Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TJR Auto channel. My name is Tyler, and in today's video, we're not working on the goat, we're not working on the truck, we're working on Bonnie. Bonnie baby. For those who don't know, this is my Panther. This is my '09 Grand Marquis, aka Bonnie. First car, favorite car, love this bitch. And she got a couple things done to her, 5-speed swap, gears, posi, suspension, whatever. A while ago, I got these Crown Vic front bucket seats, and I also did get a Crown Vic rubber floor out of a cop car. Had to do some fun stuff to make these seats actually work in this car, to get all of the power and lumbar stuff working on the driver's side. Anyways, I have not been able to find a set of black and gray two-tone cloth rear seat. I've not been able to find a matching seat for months. Honestly, it's probably been a year. Junkyard find of the year. I got me some very dirty matching detective car seats for Bonnie. So we got to clean these things up to throw them in. The day before I grabbed these though, ignore all of my nasty stuff. I scored almost an entire black interior out of a normal patrol car for 50 bucks. The guy actually wanted 40. I gave him 50 because I felt bad. But we got front door panels, rear door panels, a lot of the factory black trim, the black back deck lid. This is for the engine bay. Mine's broken, so I figured I'd grab it off that car. All of the switches, the visors, all the hardware, and the dome light as well. I can't tell you guys how stoked I am. Shout out to my guy Jesse if you're watching this. Again, he really hooked me up with this, and it was tough trying to find these parts. Once I located the seat, I'd paid the junkyard ahead of time. They pulled it out. Took a couple days before I even got the call. So I just picked those up today, and last night, I've been kind of scouring recently trying to find interior pieces for Bonnie. Just the tan interior, it needs to be gone, all right? It's been way too long with it. She's had 100,000 miles with it. I have had roughly 40 to almost 50,000 miles of me driving in that car with that tan interior. It is time for it to change. We gotta get to clean it. I'm thinking I'm gonna start with these because they're definitely nastier. And while they're drying out, then I can take care of cleaning up all those panels. But it is going to be a very nice change for old Bonnie. Alrighty, been a few hours. Seats seem to have been drying nicely. This one I got more wet because it was nastier and stained worse. I probably should do something about that, but I'm not going to. So that's been in front of the fan the whole time. But all the door panels seem to clean it pretty decent. Unfortunately, the driver side switch, so there's a lot of this white stuff in there. Don't know if that's savable, if that's just gunk and it needs clean better. I don't know. But I figure the night is young. Just kidding. It's like almost 9 o'clock at night. I want to see some different colors in this thing. So I figure we can start easy I get the rear seat swapped. I know the bottom basically just kind of pulls up and out. So the bottom's pretty quick. And then the back, I think, is bolted with the seat belts, I want to say. Yep. See, look how easy. Boom. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's a good seat. How is there so many acorns under there? Ooh, chapstick. Why is there acorns under? Is there something living in this car? The nuts for the seat belt and the seat mount are an 18. Bada bing, bada boom. Turns out you're supposed to unbolt the middle seat belt too. Boom, tan seat delete. Now we can send the black and gray seat right on in. Oh yeah, this is gonna look so much nicer. So I just have the middle buckle installed. It's not really in our way. On the back side of the seat, there is 3 clips, or 3 metal bars on the seat that need to catch on hooks that are on the body. You know, if you caught it, the seat won't be able to move as loosely as it does right now. Just like that. You can line up our bottom seat bolt. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Alrighty. Now our back seat is half installed. Let's grab the bottom. So the bottom seat basically just clicks in, almost like how the back did, just minus the nuts. There is 2 mounting spots here and there. If you look past all the mouse poop and the acorn fluff, that goes roughly there. These I always like to try to snake up before I go too deep, just because they're not fun to try to get out after, obviously. Something like that. And this is always fun, trying to get these things to seat. That's one. Boom. Now, we got matching seats, man. That looks awesome. That looks so much better than the tan seats. Yeah, I like that. Well, I guess let's see what black door panels look like. Alrighty, front door panels are pretty easy. Already a few things off the rip I know it's gonna be a bit different. I'm gonna have to deal with at some point. The trunk button down here. The Crown Vics do not have a trunk button here. They actually have one on the dashboard, right above like the climate control. So that's not gonna get hooked back up for a very long time, maybe forever. But usually for this, there's a little spot here. If you hold down the back side of this and pop the front up, you can get the piece out, the window switch out. Come on. There you go. Without breaking the back. This one's already broken, so I'm not really worried about it. Then we just unplug all these connectors. Okay, that's our window switch. Back behind the door handle, a little spot you can get a little straight blade in. Then that exposes a T30 Torx bit. Mind you guys, I've never had this door panel. I've never had any of these door panels off this car. I've had the seats in and out of it a bunch of times, but I've never had the door panels apart. So I'm also very excited to do this because behind this door panel somewhere, there should be a code for my keyless entry for the door. I've never been able to use the keyless entry on this car. It does work. If you double click the last 2 buttons, it will lock the doors, but I've never had the luxury of being able to use that feature to my advantage. So I'm excited to also be able to get the code and be able to utilize that. It'll be very nice. But we have okay, that screw is doing nothing. Cool. Self-removal. That one's missing. That's good. And this one was loose. That's good. She's already halfway removed, folks. And then there is a hidden one inside here, which I'm gonna need this light for. Ah, also missing. Cool. Sweet. So now with a little bit of finesse, we should be able to take this out, and I can probably spill all the contents of this door right onto the ground. Ow. Boom. Bonnie is door cardless. Would you guys believe me if I said there's not the keyless entry code sticker behind this door panel like it's supposed to be on this door module? Apparently the older cars say key code and have it. So I'm shit out of luck there. Now thankfully before I tried assembling everything when it was easier to get to, I mean really there's no difference, but I tried using the Crown Vic window switch and the front passenger window did not work. So I just swapped the switch over into the black housing. The black housing is really not in great shape, but I'm sure I can probably put something on it to clean it up and make it look better. I also need to remove the unlock and lock stickers because I guess people don't know how to use a fucking door button. Anywho, since the last thing to test before we go for it is if the seat control will work, which it should. There's that. Yep, seat moves. All right. So we're good with that. So now we have the luxury of trying to put this back on. Should be able to just kind of come back here-ish. We have to get the lock thing lined up with the door panel, which is always fun. Oh, there she is. There she is. Oh, yeah. All right, I think that's in. That's a weird look. Huh, never thought this day would come. I'm gonna start with the hidden 7mm in the door, because that will at least anchor us into place. We can put our switch in, plug in our mirrors, front doors, back doors, lock button, if I can put it in. Now the back side goes in first, just like that. Boom. Oh, is that one broken too? Yeah, we'll figure that out. Now we can put our T30 Torx bit can go back into the center behind the door handle. Would you believe me if I said there's a hole already in the Crown Vic door for the trunk button? I'm gonna take this back off and hook that up. And just like that, now my Grand Marquis has poverty door cards. So, got the trunk in. It turns out the door card's actually split right where this needs to go, so I can figure out something for that later. I have the little trim piece I need to put over that just clicks into place, and probably just one final wipe down, but everything works. Like I said, seats work, mirrors, everything works, so cool. Now I just get to do it 3 more times, and thankfully every other door obviously has way less electronics in it, so should go relatively quicker, but all the bolts are exactly the same for all the doors. They have the T30 back behind the handle. They have 2 to 3, maybe 4 of those 7mm bolts kind of tucked around. So let's get those all swapped in. Boom. Bonnie now has, Bonnie's partially a Crown Vic. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I definitely like them. I think the black is a nice change. The back seat really is the breadwinner for me. But I was thinking about it when I was on the last door. And of course the rear ones literally took like 2 minutes a piece. That one took a couple minutes. The front driver took forever. But it'd be pretty cool if I could swap the chrome Grand Marquis handles into these. I only put about 10 seconds of thought into that. So I don't know how hard that would be, but that'd be pretty cool down the line as well, just to kind of spice these up and make them not look as cheap. Maybe do some sort of inlay on these two pieces here, because this is where the wood grain is on the Marquis. So maybe some sort of like fake suede or Alcantara stick-on stuff, just to, I don't know, spice it up. Maybe same with down here. The Marquis have carpet there. But I don't know, it's definitely nice seeing a darker interior in this car. Still got it. Bonnie's back, baby. It's gonna be a little easier to show you guys in the light now. New day. How everything looks. Obviously, again, it's not like I swapped everything over, but there's still a lot more work to be done before I figure, you know, it's worth going through the hassle of doing the package lid, swapping out the seat belt, you know, over between them, doing the sun visors. Like I said, I have the C-pillar trims. I have half the B pillar trims. I don't have the lower piece. That's why I don't care to do these yet. I do have the lower sill plates for the rear. I don't have them for the front yet. Like I said, there's still quite a few pieces that I need to get before I would deem like the interior swap complete. I also got to see if there's anything I can come up with to be able to tuck, you know, this part of the front doors back underneath, because it's kind of bubbled out. So I have to kind of mind play with that. And I also would like to sprucing up the doors. I think I'd already mentioned it last night, but I would like to see some chrome handles in here. Maybe do some sort of suede or Alcantara, you know, the fake stuff. Nice. Down here where the Marquis have carpet, and somewhere up here where they have the wood grain. I think it would definitely tie it in and look a lot nicer overall. I could probably even get away with doing away with my old glitter job, repainting the outside of this trim piece that goes all the way across, and maybe even wrapping this centerpiece, or vice versa, to match the doors as well, kind of trying to tie everything in together. But I am very happy with how they look. Obviously drove the car to work today, of course, because I was excited about it. And I don't know, it's nice. It's a nice change up. It's nice looking in the back and having matching seats instead of, you know, tan leather back there and the black and gray cloth up front. I also, off camera, was able to adjust my shifter arm. This is a remote shifter, for those who don't know, for the 5-speed swap. So now it stands straight up and down in neutral instead of being tilted back. So looks nicer. I think it feels nicer, and I think it definitely matches the interior now, having more black stuff in here. I think the black knob, the black Japanese style knob per se, looks good. I've definitely got to figure something out for this area that's temporary, permanent, and at some point we got to paint the center console. Well, like I said, the list goes on and on. There is a million things that need to be done to this car, inside and out. So I just, you know, one step at a time, doing some changes here and there. This was relatively cheap, and it's a pretty substantial change compared to what I'm used to in this car. Again, I've put probably 50 to 60, about 50 something thousand-ish miles on this car. When, you know, from it being bone stock until now, with it being all original insides. So I haven't done many like interior changes. The last things I did was the bucket seats from a P71 with the center console swap. Aside from that, I had the bench seat and all the tan interior up until now. So I'm very happy with how it came out, especially for the price. But that is where we're going to be wrapping up today's video. I have plenty of parts now that I need to find homes for in my garage, which I don't have space for. So I'm gonna have fun doing that. And again, for the price, I think we made out pretty good. For, you know, best bang for the buck, I don't think we did too bad. I'll call this the Peasant Marauder interior. How about that? Also, if you guys want to help out the channel more than you already do, down below will be a link to some merch. If you guys want to grab some TJR Auto merch, we do have merch with Bonnie on it. So be sure to check it out. It's pretty hot. Anyways, as I always say, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one.